Okay, and Spider-Man, there's Oscorp. The letter Z. They had what could be mankind's next step in evolution. Only it wasn't the next step. It was just allowing them to access it. It was already there, they just needed a little kick to get there. Now, however, Spider-Man and how the Green Goblin was kind of, it wasn't to downgrade the Green Goblin. It was a way of him saying, if you do it, do not be stupid and do not be desperate. Because look at this. This is what it's like to do that when it looks desperate. It looks corny as fuck. And then when people didn't get the message, it was like, well, say it through the junior kid and see if, they'll get the same answer. They kind of did. Don't do it in anger. You see? His dad was all like, don't do it in desperation. It'll be stupid. Because your brain, to access it, will think it has to be desperate. Don't do it through anger. Because then your brain isn't going to realize it's already there. And then the third one, it was like, don't be a jackass for it, But at the same time, if you be a jackass for it, it might actually pull off. Know what I mean? And I'll be honest, I didn't have a little quick puff of the Green Goblin serum. I did not have a little quick puff, like in the movies. I didn't have a tiny little canister dosage. They had canisters like in the first movie, the big ones. And guess how many they gave me? You guys want to know? It's actually kind of cool, I think. They did it as a very, very honorable gift. They gave me 3. You know why? Because to them, I didn't buy, I brought the power of 3 with me to the table. Get it? Because I had bone claws. Metal claws. But choices had to be made. I had killed their leader. And his dad hit me up right after, like, hey, our machines will register you as a threat. You may look like him, but they know how to read your DNA and you are not him. However, there is a way to bypass that. You see that door over there? Go in there. Hit all 3 buttons. And I was like, what do you mean hit all 3 buttons? And he was like, motherfucker, life took a chance on your ass. Why can't you take a chance on life? And I was like, oh, okay. So I went on into the chamber and the door closed. And I was like, oh, okay, go. You're not going to gas me, are you? And he's like, I'll just grow up and hit the buttons. And I was like, okay. So I hit the first one. Then I hit the second one. Then I hit the third one. Only I hit it in a timely fashion. Hit the first one. And he's like, hey, now that you hit the first one, do not hit the other ones yet. Let this one be sucked all up in. And he's like, I was like, what? So wait, are you doing me like the Green Goblin from Spider-Man? And he's like, oh, you know what it is. No, but here's the thing. You need to inhale it all. That's the thing. And I was like, oh, okay. So I sat in there, not really sat there, I stood there, walking around in the little chamber, just inhaling away, you know. But you see, I was not in anger. I was not in desperation. I was not in confusion. I was in determination that I was going to give back the gift life had given me by taking a chance on it. And then I hit the second button, silently went through, and then I hit the third button, and then I wanted to see how much I had transformed. I did my RAR. I can bring it back. It was a bit painful. You see, my vocal cords and stuff became different for different things. So now my RAR is like, Wah! And not, you know, all old school like a horn, like how you guys liked it. But yeah, just so you guys know that, and you know, it doesn't affect my personality at all, because I was already a fucking jackass long before that. I was a jackass growing up. I was a jackass in the military. I was a jackass when I fought those aliens in space. So it really did not change a fucking thing about my mentality. It really didn't. And like the sinister games I play with my cousins Jakes. You know? Like Jake Mack. And then there's Jake Mog. Play with Jake Mog. He gave me an airsoft gun. He didn't give it to me, but he let me play with it. I was like, here, play with this for a minute, but don't shoot me. Or him. I was like, man, don't get to shoot him. He was like, okay, maybe next time. I led with Jake Mack. It was like, here, try out this rifle. And I was like, okay. You want to see something cool? And he was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, watch this. And then fucking Travis Washley comes up behind me like a little bitch and was like, it's done. And I was like, ah, fuck, you ruined my shot, you dick. You fucking useless fuck. Get off of me. Get the fuck away. I'm doing something here. He's like, oh, no, it's okay, man. We're cool. And I was like, yeah, let's shut up then. Alrighty, cool. Here's your gun back, Jake. Oh, here, let's go look at the rock. And he's like, huh? I was like, yeah, no, I wasn't just shooting into the fucking dirt. Come look. And, you know, sure enough, on that fucking little rock that I was shooting up, there was a fucking triangle shot in there. And there was even one little dot where you could tell the rifle must have been jerked away from its natural target site. I remember I looked back as I walked back to the bonfire with that story, and Jake Mack was holding up that rock like, oh. But by then, you know, I was still, you know, not the space stuff yet. But yeah, that's how I know my cousin Jakes. Both of them. It's pretty cool. But, you know, the whole airsoft thing, it wasn't because he was trying to downgrade me. is because I was like 18 at the time. And it was pretty funny. Like, I used to go over there and chill out with him. And he'd be like, there's weed right there, there's cigarettes right there, there's a TV right there. If by some chance at all the heater turns off, I'll be right over there. You come get me. And I was like, cool, great, thank you. And he was like, no, thank you. It's actually nice to get out of this little house for a little bit. But have fun. And I was like, okay, cool. So I only wrote up one joint. And I sat there and I just watched the fucking movie the whole time. Off one little joint. And he came back. And they were like trying to start lies. You know. His woman out there at the time. She was all like, yeah, no, he was fucking stealing. I got here and he was fucking stealing. I caught his ass. So Jake went through all his stuff. And he's all like, nothing's missing. And then his girlfriend was so cocky to say, why don't you weigh it out then? So he took his open bag and he weighed it out. And he was like, what do you know? There's a little bit missing. And I was like, oh, yeah, here. And I pulled it out of my hat. It was a roach. I was like, here, that's the one joint that I smoked while I had watched your stuff for you. What were you doing? Oh, yeah, you went and gone and took a bath. An actual bath at the washateria. All by yourself. Which was quite interesting considering all the women out there wanted to canoodle with you. I always thought that was funny. Because I could tell where you were. You know, I know the sound of copper coins, copper tokens and stuff rattling against each other. I mean, yeah, my brain was kind of leaning off to dying then, but still. I remember sounds a lot more than I remember faces. But I do remember certain moments, like we're all sitting in this one house with Jake Mog, or in the area with Jake Mog, and everyone was fucking sitting there stoned off our asses. Even me, I was part of the group, just sitting there stoned off my ass. And then we hear someone was standing at the window, and they're like, oh shit, someone's got a gun. And they're like, ooh, 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 oh no, ooh, who could it be? And I looked down and I was like, oh, that's fucking Jake Ma. Look at him, he's coming in. And they're like, oh, cool. And they're like, nice. And then Jake Mog was all like, what's up, guys? Check out my new toy. I just got it. It's fucking cool, right? And then he's all like, pew, 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 pew. And they're like, hell yeah. And he's like, I know, right? It's fucking cool. Pew, pew, pew. And they're like, oh shit, Jake, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Oh, it was so funny. Oh, I was just listening to it. I was just like, damn. And then you got upstairs and you were like, hey, motherfuckers. You thought you could hide? And I was like, I didn't think so. I know, you know I'm up here. You probably heard me fucking laughing and shit, giggling away. And he was all like, huh. Well, anyways, I was like, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. And he's all like, what? Hey, buddy. Look, you're like Superman, like your sweater just bounces off. Isn't that cool? And I was like, yeah, it's fucking awesome, but still, I'm trying to be stoned. He was just like, he just carried on going back downstairs with them. Oh, it was so funny. And then there was, the story with Jake Mack in his area. It was about damn near the same story. Only he didn't have airsoft guns. He had 22s and little fox traps. Because, he would trap, little predators out there where you lived. Looking out for, like, the other small animals that were, I guess, important to the ecosystem or whatever. But yeah. Oh, but the rifle we used at the beach for the rock shooting thing that he let me do. Which, by the way, he didn't bring it there for that intent. It was his bear gun. Because, it was summertime and fishing season, and, there's bears all over Alaska. But nobody knew where I was coming from, because I would just show up. And Jake Mack was kind of curious. And so he let me hold his rifle, and he's like, you shoot, unload a clip into the fucking thing. And, party's almost not done, but, I'm pretty sure if there's a bear on it and it hears that going off, it's probably going to be like, I'm going to avoid that area for the night. And I was like, oh, cool. Okay. And so I shot a triangle shape into the rock. It was cool. But yeah, no. Aside that, guys. Remember what I talked about in the beginning. I had that asshole mentality. I was already known on the world and off the world as a kid, a literal boy, killing literal men and beating the shit out of them if he didn't kill them. And it was for righteous reasons, like the space people knew. And then, like, not super righteous, it wasn't religious shit, it was just more like, they fucked with my friend, they fucked with the girl I like, they fucked with my family. And they fucked with them good folks over there, they fucked with them. I mean, I wasn't a hitman at all. Trust me, I didn't get paid for none of that. The only reason why I spread it all around the northern areas of Alaska was because they were kind of scared that I never stopped. I just wouldn't stop. Ever. And it terrified them. They thought I was some kind of evil thing unleashed upon the world. And it's like, not really. I mean, kind of. Evil, yeah. Spell it backwards, though. If you know how to use your fucking brains. And then, there's other things. Like, oh yeah, I spit the same message over and over and over. Once I found out that I could legally tell people, because they broke the rule. They're not supposed to tell others what I did, but They fucking did. And now I get to tell the whole fucking place, the internet, the people that love me, they get to know everything about it now. Because I was told you guys weren't gonna say shit. You guys were gonna look out for me. But then you talked about it. And then you made a movie called Red One. Because you knew I liked Lilo and Stitch growing up. And how did Stitch get out of the fucked up prison? He took the red one. How did Neo get out of the fucking Matrix? He took with the blue one or the red one? Probably the fucking red one. And then what else? What else? What else? Then, and you know, you wouldn't understand, but like the whole elf thing is because I told my space wife that to these people, I'm probably just a woodland elf. And she was like, cool, great. Isn't that fucking cool? Fucking pointy elves, huh? Pointy ears and fucking everything, right? Yeah. Fucking dumbass. Just tell them the fucking truth. And I tried to tell people the truth. It's just, some of those people think I'm fucking batshit crazy. And it's like, well, I was told I'm going to die at 19. Period. That's the fucking truth. You don't like it? I didn't like it. That's the fucking way life is. Boo fuckity who if you don't fucking like it. I sure as hell didn't like it, and I had to fucking live it. So anyways, you know, it's kind of hard just to kind of tell them. And then I get a little joyful reminder like, hey, motherfucker, is that the man I married? I mean, sure, you keep what you kill, but you and I got married the Earth way. With our way mixed in to make it more better. Why? Because I love you. You were actually better. And then, you know, after that, it's kind of like, if the government and the military both co-opt, went on TV and blatantly said, UFOs are real, they are real. That is what we can tell you, because other than that, we're on the same fucking boat as you. We just know they're fucking real. And then I'm coming out, screaming out like, oh yeah. So I was supposed to die at 19, and then I somehow didn't, got fucking bone claws. And then like fucking got like them encrypted, you could say, like encoded with like fucking meteorite metal to make me stronger. And like these space aliens talked shit, and like some of us went up there and like fought them. Only 2 of us came back. One of them just fine. She's just fine. Don't worry, Alice. I didn't say shit. But one of us kind of became one of them. Which one is it? Alice, who did the right thing and had no serum, has regular mutant blood. Or me. I even screamed about it. You want my blood? You better come with pitchforks, axes, and guns, motherfuckers. You ain't getting it from me. Not politely. Because when I did give it politely, guess what they did? They wanted more, like greedy little piggies, because they couldn't understand, how does your blood produce that much testosterone and you sit there and be fine? You should be amped up. You should be fucking running around damn near dead from all that fucking testosterone in your blood. So what the fuck are you? And I'm like, well, you guys can't even do your own science, your own homework. I was one of you in the beginning. Only I never really was quite one of you. Because as I said in the beginning, I was a unhumanly child growing up. And then I became a mutant, so I guess I really was one of you. And then after that, life had hit the shit bricks. Cause like, it's fucked up. You guys should have known. If I had turned my back on you guys, why would I even come back? What the survivor? Why? What would be the grandest point if I had just received ownership of an entire star system of warriors who actually give a damn about me in life? Oh, the joke's on me. I gave a damn about you guys. I get it. I get it now. And you guys not letting me have my Bering Strait check when you knew I was here. You guys don't want to believe in miracles. I believed in miracles. I took a chance on coming back here. I could have killed Alice. I could have thrown her ass out the fucking airlock for what she had seen and heard. That I had taken what I had killed, like they wanted me to. But I didn't. I came back. And I even screamed at her people, she is one of you. She is one of you. If you hurt her, I will kill you all myself. I screamed that at the U.S. Air Force because they watched us crash land. They didn't shoot at us, but they watched us crash land. Then how the fuck was I supposed to know how to fly that fucking thing? You guys tell me that shit. If I'm a fucking evil alien, how the fuck did I not know how to land their ship? And you know, I was straight up when I got out here to Nome. Like, I'm sorry, I have sniffles and I sound a little raspy. I inhaled a shit ton of fucking activated charcoal. Do you know what that means? I inhaled ashes. Burning ashes. A lot. So that means I must have been in some form of accident. But it doesn't matter. Because I get the point, you know? I know when you guys don't want me here on Earth anymore. Because when Bering Strait said no, it was you guys saying no. But yeah. Thanks. And you guys are welcome too for the little expo on my life. I hope it was of enjoyment.